How BTS, aka the biggest boy band in the world, conforms to the values and ideology of celebrity culture. This storyboard is designed for the purpose of introducing my short film, and we'll be discussing its context, contents, as well as discussing the different styles, creativity and ethics involved in the making. The reason why I am choosing BTS in particular is because I believe they play a big part in today's society and its events. Plus, given their huge fan base army, it's almost impossible to sleep on them. BTS is a Korean boy band made up of 7 members, and in order of how they are standing, the names are V, Jimin, Suga, Jin, J-Hope, RM and Jungkook. Most of these names being their stage names, of course. So you're probably wondering how BTS comes to relate to sociological theory and practice. Well, ever since their debut in 2013, BTS have produced many content allowing mainly 2 things being portrayed, and that's inclusivity and relatability. Along with this, they conform to the celebrity culture where they contribute in shadowing the rise of modernity and closely associate with secularization, capitalism and consumerism. Now just an FYI, BTS stands for Beyond the Scene. In Korean, they're called Bangtan Sonyeondan, which translate to Bulletproof Boy Scouts. ARMY stands for Adorable Representative, MC for Youth. Through this finished film, we will be exploring more into these concepts and understand how BTS may also cater to mental health and tackle political and social issues. This is done through their music and videos that preach messages to their fans and other viewers. Since I am choosing BTS for the finished film, I will be able to display many different theories and not just celebrity culture. We will explore topics like the private versus the public self, which in itself brings about the discussion of the symbolic interactionism of George Herbert Mead, as well as making sure to include Goffman's ideology of the front stage and backstage metaphor. BTS will become a fun and informal experience to explain these. All the more reason to base my film around them. For the contents of the finished film, we can see that I am going to be using the genre of K-pop and present BTS's various experiences and discuss how it all conforms or relates to celebrity culture. It's not confirmed that I will use interviews, but if it turns out that I do, I will most likely be using secondary sources like BTS being interviewed by other interviewers. This finished film will not be a vlog, but rather a well-edited video discussing the relevant sociological aspects that are supported by BTS's actions, and this will aim to be as original as possible. Because I'll be using a lot of footage of BTS, the aesthetics of my finished film will revolve around their chosen aesthetics that they've used for many of their concepts. For example, if I was talking about one of their darker concepts that opens awareness to mental health and brings about themes that portray loneliness, fear and toxic relationships, my aesthetics will shadow that and show darker colours like black, Pacific blue, perhaps brown or purple and so on. As you can see, judging by the screenshots from BTS's music video Blood, Sweat and Tears, this can give off an example of a darker aesthetics and the use of darker colours like black, purple, brown, green and red, as well as the use of dim settings to dramatize the music video, bringing about a more emotion and to give the audience plenty of opportunities to come up with their own interpretations for their video. And so if I was to use a clip from this music video, I would basically be portraying a darker aesthetic. If we look at this, I had screenshot 2 separate scenes from their music video. Black Swan, my personal favourite by the way. One would look at this and experience many different emotions and thoughts about it, as in wanting to know more about its storyline and related concepts. Whereas, if I show some of BTS's lighter concepts that explore their journey of self-love, inclusivity and acceptance through a fun and easygoing theme, my aesthetics for the finished film may shadow these concepts and bring out lighter colours like yellow, white, peach, even perhaps some pastel colours for my aesthetics. Overall, BTS's aesthetics for the video content will define my own aesthetics for the finished film. Their concepts will help to dictate the finished film and ultimately be its influence, since they have impeccable cinematography skills and have a good ability to portray topics that we may usually find unsettling or disturbing in a more charismatic and poetic state. So when it comes to uniqueness, I am pretty sure nobody has really focused BTS in a sociological light as much as I am about to do. Usually I would just come across video compilations of the boys being themselves, and when conducting research about their sociological aspect, there are rarely any videos that explain the ideology of celebrity culture and how involved BTS is in this. Now to go into a little more depth, in order to be able to say what I am aiming to say in the finished film, I will use the various videography skills, lyrics, thoughts and beliefs from BTS, and also look at the perspectives of the fandom and their contribution towards BTS's growth. In terms of ethical issues, I don't think there could be as much, if any, with my finished film. If I was to say there was though, it could potentially be triggers of sensitive topics, such as if I do discuss perhaps topics surrounding mental health or any social issues. I will aim to prevent issues like this occurring by making sure to put disclaimers up talking about any triggers mentioned, as well as for perhaps viewers that suffer from epilepsy to put trigger warnings for when they are about to begin. Also, another ethical issue could be that there may also be an issue with the footage that may be used, as it is not mine. But in order to prevent any misunderstandings, I'll make sure to include in the disclaimer of what videos and information I am using, and make sure to give credits to the respectful owners. How BTS conforms and contributes to the values of celebrity culture can be with how they promote themselves and products. For example, with just even the smallest of conversation, they can trigger an economical impact. When Jungkook of BTS, this guy in the screenshot on the bottom left, had mentioned he used Downy's fabric softener, a fabric softener brand that is also called Lenore in places such as Europe, Russia and Japan, and this had unintentionally caused the Downy brand to sell the equivalent of 2 months of stock in one single day. Incidents like these cause this rapid increase in consumerism, which ultimately benefit the growth of the capitalist society, and this therefore impacts a lot of different sociological and political branches, like boosting their economy through their videos and their fans' actions that aim to support BTS and help their growth. It seems like with BTS there's a give and take or a win-win sort of procedure, as in BTS's global impact is able to support the growth of capitalism and its economy. But then through their work they are able to spread a message in the aims of overcoming political and social issues and promote positive social solidarity among young individuals. They somehow hold this balance between growth of a society and an individual's ability to cope or challenge society's norms and values. Overall, hopefully the finished film will be able to give the viewers an insight to BTS's work and their efforts, as well as through this unique experience learning about the connection BTS may have with different sociological theories and how BTS is best to be used to explain celebrity culture. Thanks for listening.